Hey guys, and here is your card pull for the week. So we are going to start off the week. Sorry, I missed a couple, but we're going to start off with a card. So take a breath, get grounded, get centered. Phew, excuse me, and pick a card. So here we have A, B, or C, and we are going to find out what the angels have to say about them. So we're going to start with card A, which is from the uh, Sacred Forest Oracle deck. Love this by Denise Linn. Beautiful deck. Just love it. Okay, so today's card, we're going to let the angels. Oh. Hmm. So I'm just going to channel Sam, which is a collective of angels that I work with, and they will let us know what the message is. I haven't turned the cards over yet, so I have no idea what's going on. Ooh, oh, okay. Storm spirit, chaos. Ooh, look at that. That does look like fall. Hmm. Oh, okay. The first thing I see though is up here. Hmm. Mhm. Oh, dear ones, we are so pleased that you are here today to engage with us in this conversation regarding your week ahead. Yes, for we can see it from the larger perspective, from the higher perspective of that this is not going to be ahead, but rather it is now and now and now and now. So, in the moment, which is where you have the most power, in the present moment, you are not engaged in the chaos, but rather you are standing in the eye of the storm. Remember this, for in each moment, you have an opportunity, an option, a choice in order to stand within the wind, stand within the chaos. And from this vantage point, you will be able to make choices that will align with what feels true for you rather than getting swept up in the hurricane of other people's opinions and scarcity and fear and their chaos. That is not, no, no. If you are here and you are choosing to listen, then it is your opportunity your choice to stand in the eye of the storm rather than being swept away with everyone else. Yes, this is where you have the most power. This is where you have the most opportunities, for you can hear in the silence of the eye of the storm. Yes. So as your day progresses and your week continues, notice and invite yourself back into the eye. Stand still for a moment. Look around, get grounded, take a breath. Yes, it is from this perspective that you can make choices. Yes, for if you are in the hurricane winds, you cannot make a choice. You will always make a decision, which is based on the outside circumstances and upon the wind itself, rather than your steadiness, your groundedness, your connection to spirit. Yes, when you stand in the eye of the storm, you are connected to us. Mm. Yes, and from this point, you have a choice. You can make another. You can notice that perhaps you have been swept away in the winds for a whole hour. But in this moment, you get to choose again and choose again and choose again. For this is the opportunity of noticing the now. Yes, yes. So if chaos seems to be reigning in your neighborhood this week, notice how much clarity is available in the eye. And as the week progresses, you will see that those winds of chaos have perhaps swept away things that were in your blockage, that were in your way, that were halting you from moving forward. Yes, a little chaos now and then is not a bad thing. And you will experience the gap between where some other people are swept away and being carried far and wide by the winds, and how you are grounded, steady, making choices that feel aligned with you. You will see the difference, dear ones, this week if you give yourself the opportunity. And you will choose from that vantage point to continue making choices that align with you. Oh, that was cool. It was like literally I was in, and I've been in hurricanes before, and I've been in the eye of the hurricane where you step outside in the middle of the hurricane and there is chaos everywhere, like things, branches and chairs and everything is blown about, but it's suddenly quiet. It's suddenly like, okay, we can gather our thoughts for a moment before the second half hits. But if you would choose to stay in the eye, and it was very clear that like other people were getting like kind of like Dorothy in the house, swept up in the wind, but if you stay stable, you will start to notice that, oh, wait a minute, I do have a choice. And that there is a gap between. Now, it's not a forward backward gap. It's just a, this is where I am, that's where you are. There's no judgment around it. There's no like, I'm better than you because I'm in the eye and you're being swept up. Because in the next moment, we're human. We may be the ones who are circling. So yeah, love that. Love that. For those of you who picked card A, I feel like you are on a, it felt very much like a, we want to show you the difference. We want to show you how far you've come. We don't want to add chaos to your life, but we want to show you that you have come to a point where you can choose and where you are able to stand in the eye of the storm. You are able to, in the midst of chaos, have that grounded experience, get aligned with spirit, connect with your intuition again. It did not feel like a, okay, we're just going to give you some chaos out of, you know, because we want to see what happens. But rather, it's like, we're going to celebrate how far you've come because you can do this now. Love that. Okay. Card B. Oh, I like that. Yeah. 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 Okay. Card B is from the Divine Energy Oracle from Sonia Choquette. If you've been here for any length of time, you'll know that I love this one. And okay, so what they so card B, engage higher reason. Mhm. Okay, let's see what Sam has to say. Okay, dear ones. Yes, yes. For if you have chosen this one, we want to emphasize, reiterate, tell you once again who is in our room, who we are, and why it is so important for you in this particular moment because you've chosen this card. Well, we are, as we have explained to this one, a collective of energy beings. For it is not simply angels, but it is also, if you have chosen this card, your higher self. So in this giant conference room, shall we say, there is a stage at the front, a podium with a microphone, and that is the called forward representative of everybody in the room. So we want to remind you that your higher self is in the room as we are speaking to you. So it is not that we are simply this collective of energetic beings that have nothing to do with you. No, indeed, it is you that are here with us, giving you information. We are transmitting an energetic experience to you that includes healing and light and love and all that we can embody in frequencies that is coming through this one to you. Yes, we are simply speaking in order to gain your attention for a moment or two so that we may transmit the energy that is coming. Yes, so this is not the work of this one alone, for there are thousands and thousands and thousands of those on your planet right now that are doing this same work. Now, we want to encourage you to connect with your higher self and your higher reasoning because you are indeed here giving you your own message. But you have the ability, as all humans do, you are, shall we say, hardwired for intuition, for connecting to your higher self. It's not that even you need to connect to your higher self, for rather you simply need to listen and allow the current of frequency to move between you and your higher self, or you are your higher self. How can you not continually and always be connected? You are. It is much like, let us explain a electrical light switch. For the electricity never goes away. The light in your kitchen is always connected to the light switch. It is simply the turning on or the flipping of the switch that allows the electricity to flow between the two points, between A and B, between the light and the switch. So this is the same as you. You are your higher self. Perhaps you are the light switch and your higher self is the light. You simply need to flip the switch to give permission, to hold an intention, to simply ask and be curious. And you are connected to your higher self. Your higher self is not going anywhere, and you don't have to fumble around in the dark to find the socket to plug into it. No, you are always connected, always, always, always. And there is always a flow of information, of healing energy, and of course, the building blocks of the universe, love. Yes. So there is this connection that is always in any moment available to you. We simply are inviting you this week to notice when you have turned off the switch and when you want to turn it on again. Yes. So this week, notice as you go about your day that you have inadvertently perhaps brushed up against something that has flipped the switch down. And then you have in that moment, again, a choice to flip it up, turn it on, allow the current, the energy and frequencies to flow from your higher self, your higher reasoning to you as a human. Yes. You are never disconnected, dear one. So many of you wander about thinking that you must find a tool or a trick or somehow some magic knowledge that will allow you to connect to your higher self. Well, we want to make it simple, dear one, for humans like to complicate it so much, but we would invite you to notice that you are always connected, for it is you and you are it. Yes, you cannot disengage from your higher self. It is not possible. It is not possible. So instead of seeking out some magic pill or fairy dust that will allow you to connect with your higher self, simply in any moment, even of frustration, simply, and make a choice. I choose now to connect to my higher self. In this moment, I can feel my humanness is weighing on me, is disempowering me. My thoughts are of such that I feel disempowered. I would like to feel empowered. I give full permission, and I am accepting and receiving and allowing the flow of energy from my higher self into my humanness now. And then notice what happens. Hold an intention. It doesn't have to be complicated or complex or worded just right. Just simply sit there and go, please help. And suddenly you have flipped the switch. Love is flowing to you in that moment. For we are always sending it to you, always, always. And we love you oh so much. That was cool. That was not what I was expecting. Not even close. And they have shown me this before, like how it's just like they keep showing me like this big conference room in a hotel somewhere, and there's tons of people standing in it. And then there's a podium at the front, and somebody will get up and start speaking. Whoever is most representative of what's needed to be said will stand at the front. So it's never like one entity or one being that is speaking. It's always the most appropriate one for whoever's going to hear. So even if you hear this video in 6 months, your higher self is in the room right now as I was channeling. They already see it all, have it all, know it all, Yeah. So because it's just now, it's all happening at once, and that's a little hard to, yeah, that's a little much for before breakfast, right? Okay, card C. So thank you. That was really fun. And I haven't channeled in a while, which yeah, anyways. So this feels really good. Okay, card C is from the Fairies today. Oracle of the Fairies by Karen K. Beautiful cards. Oh, look at this. Flourish. Mm. Hang on, let me just put my glasses on so I can read a little bit. The lotus flower fairy tells you to learn from experience and shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life or those of others. Nice, flourish. Okay, let's see what they have to say about flourish. Hello, 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 hello. Yes. Oh, dear ones, we are so pleased that you are here. We are thrilled, as a matter of fact. We are excited, for this is one of our most favorite things to do is flourish. Oh, yes, expansion is where this is occurring. Expansion, explosion, fun, fireworks, all of the above. For it is the embodiment of your desires, the experiencing, and it is when the fruit ripens or the blossom blooms in full, and suddenly everything is sweet and lovely, and you can smell. Oh, yes, the smell is fantastic. This is flourish, all of the above. It is excitement and joy and love and fun and giggles and all of it, all wrapped up into one bow. Yes. So we would invite you to notice where flourish is existing for you. Now, we have had the experience lately that some of you think that it is not, that you question where you desire to flourish. For you think, oh, but is this really in my blueprint? Is this really what my soul desired before I came here? Is this really my sole purpose? Well, you are adding so much stress. Dear one, this is the truth. If it was not a desire, it would not have been on your blueprint. Yes, we want to explain. For this one is not about to have a desire to be a truck driver. It's just not in her blueprint. So she will not have that desire. She does, however, have the desire to interact, to collaborate, to mingle. We like that word, to mingle with people. We, she desires to dive into the workings and the connection between being a human on the planet and this wonderful experience of the other unseen realms of energy. This is what excites her. Well, of course, that was on her blueprint. We can guarantee that anything where you flourish, where you hold a desire, where you have excitement or curiosity, anything that evokes these emotions, these feelings in you, is indeed on your blueprint. Stop second guessing yourself. Yes, it would not create such a stirring, such a longing, such a desire if it wasn't written on your tablet. Yes. It would just not even be on your radar. It would not occur to you. And when somebody else said, oh, why don't you do this or why don't you go there? You would be, nah, that doesn't have a pull. That doesn't ring to me like I would want to do that. Well, there are so many options on your planet because there are so many people, so many different blueprints. It would be boring if you all had the same blueprint, wouldn't it? So, not everything is going to stir up this longing. For that is the desire that is aligned with your blueprint. So go forth, dear one, and flourish wherever your desire brings you, and stop second guessing yourself. Yes, you have it all right. You know everything that you need to know to take the first step. And if it is written on your blueprint, well, then you will enjoy the ride. It may take some work, and there will be bumps along the way, for you are a human after all. But it is, if it is your desire, it is already written. Have fun, dear ones. And we love you oh so much. Okay, that was definitely Tilda. Yeah. She has this like literally when I channel Tilda the fairy, my hands buzz, my head buzz, like everything is like I have plugged my finger into a light socket. hmm Okay, that is it for this week. Thank you so much. Have a fabulous week. Be sure to leave a comment below and put a thumbs up, please, because this lets the algorithm know that more people want to see information like this. And I will be back soon. Mwah. Love you.